Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
Good, good. So you have full control of the Zoom. Hi,
Okay,
Letitia.
Hello.
Um, we have
fantastic.
a few minutes, but
Yeah,
I'm just kind of going to be here. So if you need something, you let me know.
sounds good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So I'll pop on the share screen just for now.
Yeah.
Does that does that work?
Yes. Yeah, no, no, it works.
Great.
Before you do that though,
Yeah,
let's see who comes in
sure.
because once you're on share screen, it's hard to let people in.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
No,
Okay.
we don't want to do that yet. So yeah.
Well, now let's see. Escape. Yay, let me get out. If I can get out. Oh, did I just get out of that here? So what do you see now? Do
I
you
see
see
you.
me? Okay, great.
Yeah, here comes Lisa.
Okay, I'm hooked up.
Oh, there we go. Excellent.
So are you on you're on your desktop, Lisa?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right.
I just have to switch out the camera with, my external hard drive.
Okay. All right, good. All right. So here comes C. I'm gonna make C, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna make you a co-host.
Okay.
And Irving, so if you want to start setting up, you can now share screens. And then C can admit people in as they do that.
Okay. Well, do we want to give it a few minutes and
Yeah,
wait?
yeah. But if you want to try the share screen and start setting things up, you can definitely go ahead and do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I hope.
Famous last words, right?
I know exactly.
You got this. You're an
Exactly.
old pro with this. You got this,
Yep.
Irving.
I'm certainly old.
Well, we're looking forward to what you have to say today because it's going to be really helpful.
Yeah. So Lisa, my expectation is that you'll be launching a campaign right after this.
I had to process it for 24 hours on my computer, you know? Yeah, but most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we're recording. So whose bright idea was that?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I set that up so it would do automatically.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. I'm actually just got an email from Mike and his crew with new boxes, and they look pretty cool.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm
Excellent. I'm
excited.
excited to see that.
Yeah. I'll forward to you after the meeting.
Gotcha.
See, we can go back and edit, take this part out, right?
Yes, we can edit this out.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was going to say, I don't think we want people to listen to the beginning, you know.
Nope. We'll edit that out.
Okay.
So who else is on it? Is it Letitia?
It's Letitia. She's from First Class Caregivers with Bernie.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, you'll be representing Bernie. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Bernie should be in shortly. He should be attending as well.
Oh, okay, great. Letitia, do you guys do any advertising now, or is it mostly kind of, yeah, what do you do for advertising now?
Who, me?
Facebook, okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
And we have a video out on some platforms.
Okay. Yeah, this will be a nice addition. The two things that I recommend, just in terms of digital media is pay-per-click and Facebook, for a consumer business like yours.
Okay.
Facebook provides nice broad reach. Pay-per-click gives you really targeted reach, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
And it is relatively affordable as far as marketing expenditures go.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook can catch you off guard, and the next thing you know, you're like, "What? Where did this bill come from?" And I'm
Seriously.
going, I have no clue how this got
Yeah.
set up like this.
Yeah. And with Google, the great thing about it is you set a limit. You can do $5 a day and it'll stop, you know.
Right,
So you can go in and if you run out, you run out, but you can go back in. It's not like you're getting charged, without knowing it, right?
right.
It's not just running and stuff like that.
Right. Facebook ads is a little bit more confusing, but you can put limits on there, but you got to
Yeah.
make sure you have everything checked in the right boxes. It's not quite as simple to put everything together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly,
And
I thought I had it, like a minimum or whatever I wanted to pay. Then I guess I didn't have all the boxes checked because I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, what you were looking for is the maximum, not the minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That
Yeah.
could have been it right there. Well, and the other cool thing with the Google AdWords is I was just talking with Vic Nathan. He was talking about how with nonprofits, if you go through some hoops, that you can get a free email address through them. You can get also a free up to 10 grand a month in ad spend with Google if you've got a nonprofit. So they've got some interesting features.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Lisa, you should look into that for sure on the nonprofit side.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey guys.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jeff.
Hello there.
And Patrick is here too.
Hi, Patrick.
So I think we should start in about 1 more minute.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Bass. Hello, Lisa.
Lisa, you're muted.
You've been writing?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. And I almost forgot about this meeting. Anyway, just things are moving fast. And I said, 2 minutes after 12, I got to get somewhere, don't I? I have to be somewhere.
I think you're going to find it really valuable for your business, Jeff. So I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be great. Thanks, Irving. I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, of
So
course.
Jeff and Lisa, I'm gonna formally request a testimonial of each one of you for the chamber. Doesn't have to be really big or anything, but just stating that you guys met through the chamber and you're collaborating and you wrote a book, whatever, so that I can start posting it on the website so that we can show our members that because of the chamber, you're now doing something that you wouldn't be doing, right, together. So, and I would like to have that. Matt suggested that when I ask people to do something for me, to give them a deadline. So you have the deadline of next Monday, September 21st. End of day, I'm being nice.
2021. I'll have it down. 2021. I'll on my
Yeah,
Christmas vacation,
2021, September 21st by the end of day. See?
Well, and then the other thing would be doing reviews for the chamber, mentioning how awesome the workshop was, things like that. So we can get people going, oh, hey, they do workshops? That's kind of cool, right? Another way to help promote the chamber.
So the review for today, I'll post it on Facebook here in a little bit. So at the end of the presentation, you all can go onto Facebook and write a little review, and then I'll post those on LinkedIn as well. And it is 12:06, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Irving, this is your show, so we are your support. You tell us what you need.
Excellent. Perfect. So I'm going to switch over to screen share and we'll walk through kind of the agenda and we'll get this thing started. So do you guys all see my screen? Okay, good. So these are just a couple of screens from our last discussion. in terms of what we're going to be reviewing, my background, I have 30 years of marketing experience, and I'm a small business owner. Combining these two together, I created Chung Consulting. And so what I'm able to do is help small businesses really embrace marketing tools to help grow their business, which I've kind of discovered and learned firsthand being a small business owner. I understand the challenges of being a small business owner. You really have not a lot of money to invest, and every dollar you put in, you really expect and want to get $2 back. That's the mindset that I approach things. The two key areas that I usually start advertising and recommend to small business to advertise is Google AdWords first, and then Facebook second if they're consumer. And if they're not consumer, use LinkedIn if you're B2B. So those are the three key tools that I find to be the most affordable and give you the best ROI. Today, we're going to talk about Google AdWords. We're going to talk a little bit about kind of what Google AdWords are and learn how to implement a campaign. Hiring somebody usually costs you a minimum of probably $500 plus to service your campaign. And if you can do it yourself, that's $500 of media you can be putting into your campaign versus paying somebody. Now, it is complicated. I'm going to share it with you, and there's no, in my opinion, you shouldn't fear trial and error. Try it. It's not a lot of money, and if you do run a campaign, you're getting some value out of it. You're just going to think about just optimizing it over time, right? So it's never going to be a complete failure. You're just going to get better at it, is how I like to look at it. So we're going to cover a couple of things like what is keyword advertising. What are keywords? So I'm going to start real basic. I'm going to assume that people just don't know very much about this topic. And if anything, it'll be a refresher if you're aware of some of it. What's pay-per-click mean and how do campaigns work? What are the different variables used to setting up a campaign? And how do we measure results, right? So I'm going to go through some basics like that. And then I'm going to take you through an actual how-to. So let me switch over to my Google screen. Do you guys see my Google screen? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go here. I'm just going to go to Google and I'm going to type in, veteran jewelry and see, what comes up. American made, veteran owned apparel. I see shopping here. I mean, so when you type in terms like this, you get tons of advertising. It's great to look at your competition this way. So, if you guys are curious to know what comes up when you type in terms that relate to your business, coaching, jewelry, things like that, you see Etsy comes up, you see Oscar Mike. You got the jewelry ads here. All this is Google AdWords. So up here it says ads. So you get top ads and then you get bottom ads. You also get listings, right? So when I talk about claiming your page in the last discussion on Friday, this is what pops up. If you own this, you can actually put pictures up, logos up, contact information, phone numbers.
I'm there.
What?
I'm there. I don't know how I got there, but I'm there.
I see. Look at that. Combat Boost Jewelry. Way to go. Which is fantastic. So when you look at this, really, this is the page that you want to be at. When you hit next, it refreshes. You get more ads coming up here. You get more ads coming up here. The reason why Oscar Mike is showing up is because nobody else is advertising. So he's just going to dominate this page. And then you have ads down here, right? High-end luxury jewelry design, veteran military ring. So then based on a bidding system is where you rank. So if you bid the highest, which Oscar Mike did, he's going to be number one. So he's going to be number one on page one, which he was before. And then it changes every time it refreshes, right? So then, when you go to page two, you see these ads pop up and it just refreshes every time you click page to page. And again, depending on how much you pay and how much you, bid determines where you stand in this ad, right? So I'm going to type in something more competitive for me, which is indoor cycling, which is my business. Or you know what, I'm going to do Bernie's business. So we do in-home care. All right, that's a very active category. Or, you know, I would type in senior care, you know, so let's try senior care. I mean, so, you know, when you look here, you know, a place for mom shows up, Sundial Labs, that's interesting. Bright Star Care, you know, so you look at these, when you look at the listings here, Home Instead Care, Shades, residential senior homes, you know, hit more businesses. So all these are listings that, you know, if you haven't claimed yours, again, you should, because this is free, right? So when someone types in here, I look at this map, you know, right at home. When I look at all this stuff, this is all free stuff, and it's just stuff that you should be taking advantage of. As I go through these ads, see all these ads here, a place for mom, this all shows up. I go down, I'll see more ads on the bottom. So you get top ads, you get bottom ads. Like I said, how much you bid determines where you land on this page. If I want to look at more listings, you know, I go to more listings. And again, you have organic. So everything that doesn't have the word ad next to it is an organic search. That's where, you know, if you invest in SEO, that's where your results come up, is if you invest in SEO. SEO, just a warning, very expensive, takes a lot of time to work, and there's no guarantees for it. Pay-per-click, you're guaranteed to get an ad if you paid for it, right? So there's a difference. SEO has longer term value. Pay-per-click has immediate value. The moment you advertise, it shows, you're done, right? Now, going back to pay-per-click, pay-per-click is a billing system. You are only paying for the ad if you click on it. So the fact that I'm looking at these, I see, you know, again, Sundial, I see a place for mom. As I'm scanning through this, I'm getting brand exposure, all right? Or they're getting brand exposure. If I don't click on it, they don't get charged. Okay, so that's the secondary value of advertising here, is you only charge if somebody clicks on it. And when I think about like low-hanging fruit, right? If my mom's 92, and when I needed services, I typed in senior care in New York City, right? When you click senior care, it says transport, insurance. This is just autofill, you know, near me, Dallas. You know, I hit on Dallas and it changes the search. So based on keywords, right? So if you look at what's dark on these, so Dallas homecareassistance.com, the words, this is a loose search, right? So there's exact search, and then there's broad search. Broad search means any combination of words that you put out can match up. Exact match means that you have to have a specific match, you know, if that's important to your name. Okay, so here, the dark words are the ones that were pulled up on this search. The word care, seniors, and Dallas. So when I typed in senior care Dallas, it was a perfect match with all three words, not in that order, but that's what showed up. The key thing to keep in mind is, and I'll get into the details later, is when you create your ad, you want the keywords that you're buying and the keywords that you're wanting people to find you on to be in your ad. So it's not just a word you're buying, but it reinforces it when the word is in your ad, when it's in your headline, anywhere in your ad, right? You're going to buy the word, plus you want to feature it, right? So that's key tip. We're going to go down more, senior care in Dallas. So again, you look at the keywords, senior, Dallas, care, senior. In their ad, it popped up, you know, 4 matches, okay? Same thing with the next one. This is the organic search, same thing. You know, Dallas senior care, Dallas again, senior care again, you know, so look at, these are all the matches. Elder care showed up on this one, senior down. So anyway, that you get the point of that, which is you want to create some form of density with the keywords you're looking for. And again, you know, each of these ads, you can see why their ads showed up, why their search showed up. Also, this is also great intelligence. When you look down here, searches related to Senior Care Dallas, you also want to use this for keyword inspiration. So when you type in and you do research on your category, Jeff, it'd be coaching, professional development, things like business coaching, and personal coaching. You want to see what other words come up. So you see Senior Care Dallas, nursing home, in-home elderly, home instead, that's more of a brand word, so you don't want to care about that. Senior care websites. So things like that. It just may give you some information to pull from as you're looking through these. Again, the other thing you'll notice here is, a lot of people when they do searches, so again, it relates to my discussion on Friday. When I'm looking through searches and I type in senior care, what shows up? The ratings, 4.7, right? As I'm looking, people are trained to look for things like that. So going back to my talk on Friday, if you were to embrace all the cool Google tools, you would be claiming your business here in places. You'll be embracing, once you register, you can then manage your reviews. You're going to encourage your customers to write reviews because your goal is to get as high as possible. Again, you see 3.0 here, not great, 4.9, fantastic, 2.3. So just in this page alone, when I look at this, of these three, which one would I go to? Okay. Now, don't be afraid of negatives. I know that, people are like, oh my gosh, if I start to, you got to embrace it. It's a tool that's going to happen regardless of whether you embrace it or not. If you embrace it, you have a better chance of controlling it. So don't let chance, dictate your future. If a negative comes up, you should go on there, you should address it, you should try to contact them, make sure it doesn't happen again, and if you can encourage better reviews, it'll start to reduce your percentages here. So there's only 33 reviews here, there's 11 here, 13 here. You want to get as many as possible so that it starts to balance out any of the bad ratings that you have. That's just a strategy there. Like here, there's only 8 reviews. It's great. They got 5.0, 5.0, 4.3. So, anything in the 4s and 5s are fantastic. When you start getting below that, again, you got to think about context and look at who you're competing against. So this is what you're competing against, right? So this is all great intelligence. This is all, again, when you think about embracing Google, that's what you're going to be looking for. Let's go to the dashboard. So any questions? I want to allow people to ask questions. So feel free to ask me to repeat something. Feel free to ask questions as I'm going. It's not, it's not like a formal lecture. It's more of a discussion.
Hey, Irvin.
Yeah.
My question was, you mentioned something. I'm taking notes, and I'm hoping that between you and Christy, you'll send us a copy of these slides because I'm taking a lot of notes. But my other question was, you said something was free, and then how do I get that to be free? In reference to Google Ads, not the ad work, but you did mention something that was free at your first part of your presentation.
Yeah. So it's if you type in here, how to claim my Google business listing.
Okay.
Claim your Google Connect with customers. So this will be a high 2 right here. You can do it on your phone, your computer. Okay. Basically, that's how you claim your Google business page.
And that's a free product.
It's a free product. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to be a brick and mortar. You can collect as an option that says, am I a virtual business?
Okay.
Do I service national? Things like that. And then once you claim it, you can then have more control over your reviews.
Okay.
And you can, okay, there's a validation process. It goes and says, confirm your email, validate that you're the owner, that type of thing. So that's what I'm referring to as free.
Okay. Thanks.
Then,
appreciate it.
And then I have a question on the reviews.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get the reviews under like the map there with the senior care, and it has 3 How do you get those reviews there and then get the ratings, the stars, if they're just listed? Like I have
Yeah, yeah.
reviews on Facebook, but how do I get it over there? Can I input those, or does that have to be the
No,
customer?
it happens via Google. Now, did you claim your page, Lisa?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I seen me on about the third page, so that was it. Combat boot story right there.
So I
That's me.
don't think you claimed your page, but you had 5 reviews from the web. Yeah, so I think you need to
Claim my page.
claim your page. Yeah,
Okay.
you can put your logo on there. You can you can do store hours. You can do you know website. I don't know if the website's on there. Yeah, your website's on there. Good. Um, yeah, own this business, suggest and edit on this business. So yeah, see if that helps.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And
For the paid stuff, can you limit where people can view it geography wise?
no, so on this, on your business listings, no. Anyone can search.
No, as far as
But-
AdWords go.
oh yeah, AdWords you can completely target. So I haven't even started getting into AdWords yet. I'm just kind of talking in general with Google search, and we're talking about your store and your places. So you're Expedia Travel, right, Patrick?
Expedia Cruises.
Oh, okay, Expedia Cruises.
So while he's looking for that, I am going to put in the chat room the link for the thank you on Facebook. So if you guys can click on that link after or before the lecture is over and then go leave a comment, I will appreciate it.
And yeah, that's definitely not me. That's our corporate page.
Yeah. What's yours?
Expedia Cruises Frisco, I guess, is easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
There you go. Yeah. So you've claimed your page, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So like you said, this is what, his 4.9, his listings are showing. He's got pictures on here. So when you claim your page, this is what you can control. The information all in here is what you can type and confirm, things like that. Okay. So any other questions? No? Okay. So I'm going to go to Google AdWords and I'm going to walk you through my campaigns and kind of what some of the things look like. And then we'll get into actually creating a campaign. So, the login for this is ads.google.com. I create an account. So this is my account. You have to create an account before you can start anything. And I'll create an account from scratch just to kind of walk through the process a little bit. But I'm going to show you my dashboard and kind of walk you through some examples. So this is my overview page. This is your dashboard. You can see that for my campaign, I spent $289. My average cost per click was only 36 cents, extremely economical. 811 clicks, but I got 4.9 thousand impressions. So again, when you look at impressions, the value of the advertising is, the way I like to see it is, it's free advertising. So nearly 5,000 people saw my ad, but I only paid for 811 clicks. Okay. The keywords I have, a lot of them were my own words. I have multiple, like Patrick, I have multiple cycle bars in my area, right? So I'm going to have a geographic radius that I set up, but some of the words I have on here are my own words. Cycle bar Dallas, Soul Cycle, which is a competitor, Cycle bar Plano, Cycle bar Uptown. These are all competitive words because my business is just Cycle bar Dallas, right? And even Dallas, there's 2 shops. So words that are searched on in this area. So again, for inspiration on the right side, these are what people are looking for. So that was partly what I was basing it on as well. So Flywheel is a competitor, Ride House is a competitor, Cycle Bar Plano. So when I look at all these words, these are giving me clues as to what people are looking for. So then I can decide if I want to buy those words. So when you get into your keyword management and you get into, you know, typing in keywords, those are just some of the areas that you'll be looking
What
at.
does the little plus mean? Does that mean and or?
Oh yeah, I don't know. That's a good word. Not sure what that is.
Some type of Boolean algebra stuff.
Could be, yeah. So you know, when you want to add keywords, you can type in here and just do, you know, something basic like, you know, indoor cycling.
And so Irvin, on the right screen, it says searches. You got Cycle Bar, so Cycle Dallas, Cycle Bar Dallas. Those are the words that you typed in, or those are the words that are in there? Those
No,
are the
so
words
these
you
are the
created?
words that are actually being searched on the internet.
That was my
Okay.
question.
Yeah, on the right side. So the
Okay.
words that I purchased are on the right side.
Okay, gotcha.
These are all the words that I have.
You got 9 pages of words.
Yep. And then
Okay.
it's ranked in terms of cost and click. So the words that aren't being clicked on is ranked, you know, so there's no harm in having a lot of words. It's a trial and error. And you're not charged by word. You know what I mean? So if you look at, you know, the top, you know, 10 words are where most of my clicks are happening. You know, and it'll vary, right? So you want to get as many words as possible. You know, we'll take a look at some of my ads. And there's keyword ads are all text only. You have the option of actually advertising on display channels. So display channels are websites that partner with Google, and you actually have the opportunity to show an image. So here's an example of a display ad where I was able to feature an image in my ad. And that those appear whenever there's and then you have a choice, and I'll walk you through it. When you set up your campaign, you'll want to say, do I want search only, or do I want search plus the network? The network are areas where you can actually put photos in and they show up on, you know, partner sites that use Google search in their website. Couple of, you know, best practices. Again, you want to have, you know, kind of catchy headlines, buy 2 months, get 2 free, new writer specials, you know, buy a 2-month spin membership for $318, get another. So, you know, you want to create different ads because you want to try different angles and different words, different approaches, just as a test. Again, there's no real harm in creating several. That was a promotional ad. When you look at this one, let's see. This one took a little bit more of a general branding, right? Premium indoor cycling. Take us, you know, first week is free. So that was much more of a general ad that I created. When you look at just a text only, here's an example of a text ad. Again, no images. When you look at the top, best indoor cycling class. So some of the strategy here is people, when you think about search, think about what words you might use or what customers might use. The word best is often used a lot. So I'm going to be looking for the best cruise line, you know, company, or best cruises, best business coach, right? Those, you know, think about what consumer words are. So my ad is best indoor cycling class to get a direct match. You don't have to worry about full sentences. Think about snippets, you know, because you have character limits. So the first, you know, line here, you know, I got 25 of 30 characters used. Headline number 2 is 30 out of 30. 3, 19 out of 30. So when you look at your characters, you have limits. So best indoor cycling class, try your free, your first ride free, book your class now, right? So you want to have keywords in there, which is an incentive, right? So you want to state kind of, you know, some words about what is it that you do, right? Cycling classes, the most basic thing. Define what you do. Are you jewelry? Are you a coach? You know, are you travel? What's the incentive, right? You know, discounted rates, lowest prices. I mean, things like that, right? Jeff, you might say free consultation, you know, free, you know, that type of thing, you know, and then book now is just a call to action. It's funny when you take the mindset of doing digital advertising, you know, there's been tests done where you have a banner and it says click here next to it. The ones that don't say click here don't do as well. You got to, it's crazy, but you got to tell people what to do. So book now, it works, right? Buy now, you know, call now. I mean, you need to have a call to action on there. The second area is when you think about, so that's the headline. When you think about going to your body copy, you want to have some kind of line that's going to embellish your story. So I put on here, a lot of people don't know what indoor cycling is. A lot of people don't know why we're different. So I took a different approach here. Cycle bar is like a dance party on a bike. That's also a great cardio workout. Sign up now for your first free ride. So there, I kind of presented it as a fun activity, right? Workouts aren't always fun. So I took the approach of trying to present it with different complementary statements. So I know it's the premiered or the best inside cycling class. I'm saying people, they're going to have a good time. It's like a dance party. And by the way, if you're more serious, it's going to be a great cardio workout. So I try to have multiple benefits into that. Then you want to get into kind of features and enhancements. So we have add-ons. Let's see. So there's a section that's going to allow you to do add-ons. So that's the basic context of your ad. So you'll see that there's a section here that has add-ons in gray, free cycling shoes, and there's a section on here, and I'll show you in a minute. So let me go back. Okay, automated extensions. When you click on here, extensions are areas that you can add on to your ads automatically. So when you control the body copy of your ad, some of these add-ons, like class types, you can do links to your class type. So you can do links there. Let's see.
Unknown caller.
Here, call out extensions. So here, you can do things like 40 and 60-minute classes, free cycling shoes, free water, music theme rides. All right, so these are all features that will show in your ad every time you create an ad. So it's under extensions. You can also add a phone number under extensions. So these are things that don't take up space in the main part of your ad. They're featured down below in terms of placement of your ad.
So for instance, on mine, for the jewelry, it'd be necklaces or earrings would be a call out extension.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And then, you want to have your, phone number on there. You want to have, like, instead of contact us, you can have contact us, which is good. Instead of find a class, you want to have a buy now. And then on buy now, you want to just put your URL for your shopping cart, right? Or for your website. So those are site link extensions. That's on top. Again, link extensions would be call now, buy now, contact us, that type of thing. Call extensions is the phone number. A local extension is the address. Oh, I got to fix that. My old email address is on there. And then call out extensions, again, are features and attributes that you want to put on there. You have pricing extensions. So you have specials. You can call out some specials here. So I have a link. I have a $99 unlimited special with a link, direct link to buy it. I have a 5-ride, $59 special, a student teacher special. All these are direct links to those features. Okay. And that's located in this column here. You see that the organization of your menu is overview of your campaign, ads and ad extensions, landing pages if you have a landing page, keywords, and here's your audience. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Demographics is another targeting factor. Settings, okay, are all things that we're going to review in terms of how to set things up. Just a quick review of some of this dashboard information. So these are all ranked based on the best performing to the worst performing. So you see I have ads here that have 0, okay? Again, it's fine to test and try things out. Try indoor cycling, best indoor cycling. So, you know, just different words, different ad copy. You know, top performer had 248 clicks, 1,900 impressions. Click-through rate is number of people that clicked onto my website. It's 13%. When you look at some of these other ones, they're higher, 15, 21%. My average cost per click is 45 cents. Again, you know, fairly reasonable. You guys will have very different pricing based on your category. Your clicks times your cost per click equals your total cost, right? So those are just some basic information that you have for your ads. Again, looking down here, you can, you know, it automatically serves up the ads based on which ones perform best. So there's some intelligence in the system. So, you know, what you can do is you can deactivate campaigns if you want. If you don't want to, you know, even have them showing or have the option of showing, there's options here, which is enable or pause. So as you create ads, you can decide which ones you want to activate, which ones you don't. On the left here under this green button, you can have pause and just click on that and it pauses it. If you want to edit it, you just used a pencil and you can edit copy. You can see version histories. So these are different versions you'll see historically. So there's just, you know, things you can, that are helpful references. So again, you click on the pencil, you know, and then, you know, you can just simply edit by going in here. And again, I can type in whatever I want, right? Premium, indoor, cycling. And then it shows, see it on the right side, how it appeared on the right side there. And then the second line was, you know, try spin. So here's another psychology thing, or just a thought in terms of keyword coverage. Indoor cycling is also called spin. Now spin's a trademark word, so technically I'm not allowed to use it, but I will, because it's like, you know, unless they call me up, the worst that'll happen is there'll be a cease and desist. But I have cycling and I have spin in the same ad. because I want to be to capture anyone who types in spin classes in Dallas, or anyone who types in indoor cycling in Dallas. If I have both those words in my ad, those are words in my keyword bundle, I'll get matches against both of those, right? So Patrick, some words are travel, cruises, things like that. You want to have a variety of travel related words, whatever fits. So don't repeat the same word over and over again. If the first line here is, premium, cruise, cruise, I got spelled right too. Packages, you might want to put on here, exotic or fun destinations, family travel, all these are additive words. So, the first line is premium cruise packages. I embellish it by saying fun destinations, family travel, you can do, beach, getaway, things like that, things that will kind of create a full story with each line and not be redundant. Those are kind of things you want to have on here. You can say, book your class now. You can do things like, lowest prices, book now, things like that. So that pops up and that shows up right there in the headline. So right there, premium cruise packages, fun destinations, beach getaways, lowest prices, book now. I mean, that's pretty compelling, right? And that's all shows up on the very top. Now you can get into details here where you can say, hundreds, or dozens, I don't know how you say it, but dozens, maybe hundreds is too many, of cruise destinations, all inclusive, things like that. So then you want to get into details, in your body copy. So now you look at the progression going down: premium cruise packages, fun destinations, beach getaways, dozens of cruise destinations. You can do, dozens of, if you're doing international cruises, you can do international destinations. You can do, beach destinations. My recommendation is to do multiple narrow ads. So do one about beach vacations, do one about family vacations, right? Do one about, so here, if you focus on kids, premium cruise packages, and even the word premium might be wrong because people might think it's expensive, right? So you can do, best, like going back to my original strategy, best cruise packages, fun destinations, beach getaways, lowest prices, book now. And then, you can say,
Hey,
even
Irving.
here, let's say we focus on family, fun destinations, family getaways. You can say here, when you get into the embellishment here, you say, all inclusive, if there's any key, kids, travel free, kids clubs, and activities, whatever it might be. You want to then get into focusing on family values, family benefits, things like that. If you want to focus on beach, I'd say best beach cruises. Okay, boom. Now you're going to talk about fun destinations. You think about the younger 20 somethings, right? All inclusive, food, and do ampersands, do symbols, save space. All inclusive, food and drinks. Boom.
Irving.
That's what the young people want, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into the activities, right? Dozen beach destinations, excursions, things like that. You want to talk about things they're interested in,
Say Irving,
Yep.
hear me?
Yeah, I can.
My question, based on what you're following your train of thought and what you're talking about with Patrick on different vacations. So if I follow you, I should take and create an ad based on the solution, team building, speaking, executive
Yeah.
coaching, leadership.
So let's do some of those, right? So, again, for you, it would be, professional business coaching. It said, improve, personal performance and profits. And again, going to symbols.
Okay.
Right. And then you might want to get into here.
Free consultation.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm tracking with you very well.
Okay. Free consultation, book now. Now you got 28 of 30 characters, right? So you just got it in. The first one is 38 of 30, so it's too long.
I just want to interrupt for a second, Irving.
Yeah.
I'm recording the lecture. I am going to put it on Google Drive, and then I'm going to email it to you guys. You have till Sunday to download it to your computer, and then I'm going to delete it. This is only for people that show up to our workshops. It's a benefit to our members and our guests. Please don't share it with anybody else because we want people to show up and take advantage live. Okay?
Absolutely.
So it would be, benefits here, you can do, personal performance, leadership, profitability, you can say things like, custom consultation and, programs,
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Hey, Jeff, maybe headline 2 is improved performance and profits.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's certainly triggering a lot of thoughts right now to be and looking up, see how many characters I have per line. So obviously you limit. Yeah. Yeah,
that's a perfect one, right? So that's 29 to 30. Bingo. Mm-hmm. Great suggestion, Lisa. So, I mean, again, this is just one, right? You can do a dozen ads. You want to focus on different aspects, for Lisa, different types of jewelry. You want to focus on women, earrings, necklaces. For men, you do a men's ad, cufflinks and, bracelets, things like that. Focus on a nonprofit for you, Lisa, things like that, in the body copy, every piece of jewelry donates to, or benefits, something like that. So again, you want to try different ads. Jeff, you want to focus on different aspects, personal development, leadership. You want to then focus on maybe some business performance things, right? Improve business performance, profitability, things like that. So as you think about your curriculum and think of different programs you offer, you might want to do ads based on programs. Test them out, see which ones work. You might want to try different incentive programs, things like that. Again, free consultation is just one example. You talk about, other discounts as you brainstorm and think about some of these. I want to be sensitive of time. Time flies so fast. We only got 10 minutes. So that's kind of the meat of it, in terms of like how to actually create an ad in there. When you go to audiences, you know, add new audiences, targeting, narrow your reach. So targeting, let's see, search. So these are audiences that are, let's see, professional coaching. These are topics. These are, so when I talk about topic, these are contextual targeting. So these are targeting people who have, again, when you get into digital content and controversies around that, the reason why, you know, companies use, you know, cookies and track people is it helps them understand things like this. So, you know, what are you actively searching? What are they actually be searching for? So here's like financial planning, career consulting services. You want to add that in there, business education, executive management, jobs. So we don't want jobs. You know, we don't want recruitment, staffing services, retirement planning, web design. So these are just some suggestions. Affinity audiences, business professionals, banking and finance, possibly, things like that. So these are all going to help you in your targeting. They're actually going to start to find and search for people who fall into these buckets in terms of targeting. When you get to demographics, that's where you're going to control things like you talked about, Patrick, in terms of demographics. So let me go find a, let's go to,
Unknown caller.
Please take a second to type your email in the chat for me.
all right, let me go to, okay, so I'm going to start with new campaign. So this will be a good thing to do. Once you create your account, you know, you'll have the opportunity to create new campaign. That's right here. So they're going to walk you through a whole, it's a kind of a walkthrough process here. Select the goals that you'd like to make your campaign successful for you. So is it sales, right? Drive sales online, in-app, by phone, campaign type, search, display, shopping, video, smart. So it helps to identify some pre-selected criteria for you. Leads, right? Get leads and other conversions by encouraging customers to take action. Search, display, shopping, video, smart. Web traffic. Do you want to just drive people to your website? Product and brand considerations. Encouraging people to explore your products and services. This is brand awareness and reach. You know, app promotion, sorry. And then it says here, create campaign without goal guidance. So you can customize it yourself. So let's say we'll go through some of these, and let's say for Lisa, we'll hit sales. All right, now it says select a campaign type, search, display, shopping, video, smart. And this is, again, automated ad programs. It bounces around. Discovery, runs ads on YouTube, Gmail, Discover, and more. So again, these are different ones that help. Let's see, campaign determines what, so learn more. So again, as you go through this, you know, spend some time just to research and read through all these things. There's tutorials on the right. If you saw where I selected that, it's on the top here. It says select a goal you'd like to make this campaign successful for. There's a question mark. You click on that and it opens up and gives you a little bit of snippet as to what this is, okay? You click on this, and again, you can hit learn more, and it'll help give you some direction about search campaign, ad text, display campaigns, what that's about. I talked about displays being, you're able to show a picture there, so that's a benefit of display. And they just show in different places. So search campaigns, text only, that's only in Google search. If you want to expand to another network, which are beyond Google search, you start talking about display, which starts showing up in websites that use Google search within their website. And then video campaigns are on YouTube. Okay. Shopping campaigns, that shows up in your shopping cart section, like when they said advertise, and when you typed in a word, we had all those little mini blocks for shopping ads, right? So Lisa, you want to click on that. And then apps, local campaigns. So anyway, so this provides you definitions of each, okay? So let's say we're staying in line with Lisa's example of sales, and we want to do shopping. And it says here, select linked account, browse advertising this campaign. There's no linked account, so you just ignore that. You know, if you have a merchant account, you want to, so here, select linked merchant center account. So if you have a merchant center, you want to click in there. And so let's say we hit continue. Oh, select country. All right, let's do that.
Did I miss it? Or are you going to cover it where I can target area?
We're going to move into that. Select the county. Where is it?
So Irving, I guess we're gonna have to make these workshops longer.
Yeah, I think so. Or I have to be more concise. I mean, I think it's probably more the other way, is making it more concise. Let's see. Why isn't it letting me?
Or maybe we can make this one a 2-part series.
Yeah, we can. Let's see. Where'd it go? Man. Oh. All right, let's see. Traffic, search, create conversion action. So your business website, I would just do Chung Consulting Corp. Okay. So let's see, type of web traffic, campaign, network. So again, this is where you can select your network. You can either include Google search partners. So Google also partners with other search engines. So these are just some control selections, display ads, all countries and territories. So here you can select your location. So here you can do US and Canada. You can do US, you can enter another location. So if you want to do, let's see. So here you can do postal codes, you can do cities. So if you want to do DFW, if you want to do, you know, zip codes, things like that. So for my business and my cycle studio, I did a 10-mile radius. So that's another option. There's other targeting options here. So again, Lisa, you know, I don't know if you care where yours are, but you can hit US and Canada. I mean, that's more of a merchant question. Where can you accept purchases from? So for Lisa, you want to do US probably, because I don't know if you can do your international currency.
Well, if they were to check through PayPal for those type of ads, they can do international currency.
Okay.
I just want to say that is 1 p.m. and I want to be conscious of everybody's time. So we can do a part 2 and schedule it for a later date if that is the consensus of all the participants.
I'll take a part 2.
Well, let me, yeah, okay. Let me just finish up this page, and then I think you'll have a lot of fundamentals here, because this is all the basic criteria. So once I'm done with this, you'll be good to go, and then we can do a part 2. So if you guys have, like 5 more minutes, I can kind of just walk you through some of these key things.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So again, location is broad country location or city location, zip codes. Language. Here you can do, like I talked about, some of the affinity targeting. So you can type in search areas and then things like banking, finance, travel, things like that, jewelry for you. You can do budget. So here, what's your average daily budget? So you set that in here. And again, there's no minimums, but you can do $5, $10. Bidding is based on clicks. Set a maximum cost per click limit. So you can also say, if from when you do your keyword search that you don't want anything more than $1, you can set your maximum click limit to $1. That's where you can get into trouble. Like if you don't set anything, and let's say, it goes up to $5, then, basically your ad budget of $5 will be shot in one ad.
So if somebody clicks in and they take $1, what happens when your budget runs out and somebody else comes in?
Your campaign just stops. So if, let's say I put $1 here, basically $5 ad limit will give me 5 clicks.
Got it.
A day, right? So, that's kind of how you have to understand kind of what your bid rate is. When you start selecting keywords, it'll give you a sense of where you are. So like my average on my campaign was 34 cents. So let's say I set my limit to 50 cents, so at 50 cents, at $10, it gives me a little bit more.
So what is 50 cents worth based than $1 on a click?
So
Where
it's just setting your
you're
limit.
listed?
So I'm going to bid. So let's say the highest bid is $1, right? I won't be selected for that ad. So I'm only going to be, so let's say when I talked about your bidding in the beginning, when I showed you the top ads are the ones with the highest bid, right? If you go unlimited, if your ad bidding is, if your competitor is bidding $5, you're going to be competing with them for that number 1 spot. It can go up to $5. If you're at 50 cents, everyone above you who bid more than you will have a higher placing in that search. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So if someone bid $5, $1, 75 cents, those 3 will be above you. If 50 cents is the highest, you'll be number 1, and then anything below. Now it's not going to automatically bid 50 cents. It goes incrementally. So let's say your bid's at 35 cents, right? You'll be number 1 if the going bid is 35 cents. If someone goes higher, they'll go 36. If you set it for 50 cents, you'll automatically bid 37 cents.
So they let you know?
So no, it just automatically does it for you. That's why you set the maximum.
Got it.
All right, so there's some intelligence built in here. So you just want to put it to the threshold that you want to spend. That's what you worry about. If it's lower, it'll bid lower, right? It'll just help you stay on top as long as it's within 50 cents.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And if the bid's above it, then you've already said you don't want to go any higher than 50 cents. You may not even show up until page 3.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have to decide how much you want to spend. You have to decide kind of where your bids are.
So the strategy is go higher during the holidays.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, you'll see, yeah, exactly. And then you have to just decide how much are you willing to spend both in a budget and in your bidding, because they go together, right?
And that bidding process, Irving, what's traditionally the a set price for some, what would be considered a high bid price? And
There
what
is
would be
no, there
considered
is
a low
no
bid?
set price. It's based on the words you have. So when you build your list, it'll tell you what the going rate is in that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So like for professional coaching, it'll be different from jewelry, which will be different from cruise, which will be
Gotcha.
different from senior care. All four of you guys will have very different bidding.
Okay.
These are ad extensions I talked about. When I went through my ad, site link extension, you want to put your website on there. Call out extensions in terms of jewelry types, right? You want to put that in here. Call extension, you want to put your phone number in here, right? You can do pricing, you can do messaging, location. You know, for example, Bernie, you want to say servicing your local areas, right? You want Richardson, Dallas, you know, Decatur, whatever it is. Okay. So do save and continue. And then this will go to that thing that I walked you through, how to create an ad. So you got to name your ad group. Get keyword ideas. So you want to enter your keywords here and they'll help give you some keywords. So we'll do professional coaching, business coaching, business. And you hit get keywords. So all these keywords come up as ideas, right? So life coach, executive coaching, leadership coaching, lifestyle coaching, small business coach, marketing consultant, business performance, coach business. See how all these that came up? So if you just type in a few words and keep looking, I need a life coach certification, CEO coaching, brand consulting, find a life coach, coaching in business. All these, you can select them one at a time or select all. You can see more. So there's some intelligence in here. A lot of these words come up from words that they see coming up on Google. So, you know, for travel, for jewelry, all these will come up. Words like veteran, you know, words like cruises, beach vacation, all that stuff. Okay.
We're at 110.
Okay. And then again, this is where you fill out your ad. Save and continue. So it'll walk you through the entire process. And then basically, you know, you do that every time. Now there's an intelligence thing here. It says your campaign isn't ready. It'll walk you through and tell you what you did wrong and how to fix it. So it's pretty intelligent that way. Now here's the other thing is once you start getting into your campaign, you can actually call for help. They have a fantastic service line. And if you call the Google, they'll assign you a person that will walk you through your campaign and optimize your campaign for you, with you. I mean, literally, it'll be on the phone, kind of what I'm doing here. I encourage you to do that. Google is great. I mean, they really are trying to empower small business owners to kind of take this tool into your own hands. So that's it for today. I think I gave you kind of pretty much enough to be dangerous. And it's fairly, like I said, you can start very low budget, test it, see how it works. Call Google, they'll walk you through and they'll help you make sure everything is set up properly and will help you create variations. So.
All right. Thank you everybody for being here. Give me a couple hours for the video to download onto my desktop, and then I will email all of you the link on Google Drive. It will be unedited because it's just us, and you can skip all the parts that you don't want to listen to. I will delete it off of Google Drive probably by Monday, just because it takes up a lot of storage. And this is only for us. So make sure that you talk about it to everybody in the chamber, say how great it was, because it was. Leave a review on LinkedIn, leave a review on Facebook page. And then Friday, if you are attending the chamber, I am going to ask you to give a 30-second testimonial so that we can start having more people attend. Today was our first time doing this. I think we had a good turnout. I certainly learned a lot more. Even with experiences, it's hard to know everything, right? But the more you go back to the basics, the better it gets.
Great job, Irving. I learned a lot.
Yeah, it's just a ton. So I tried to squeeze it all in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.